The floor is lava, and I'm gonna try to win a game of Apex in the next 3 hours without touching the ground. And if I do touch the ground, I die, and I have to try it again. Every hour that ticks by comes with a new penalty. So if I take too long, the challenge may become impossible. There isn't a penalty during the first hour though, so with Valkyrie selected, I set my sights on Launchpad to gather some loot. I made sure to carefully land on the supply bins to avoid stepping in the lava. Now the trick to looting these supply bins is to carefully look over the edge. I didn't want to win this challenge by sitting around all game, so after looting some weapons, I set off towards the gunshots in the distance, and it wouldn't be long until I found them. Now, before I start this fight, let me explain what's lava and what's not. Anything that is the ground or a ground path is considered lava. Rocks, loose objects, ramps, and roofs are safe. And as a reminder, if I touch any lava, I immediately lose that game and must disconnect. Anyways, back to the fight. I caught one of them lacking and secured my first knock. Their vantage player was also sitting in the back trying to snipe me, so I applied some pressure to get them to back off. She's on the run. Hello again, Vantage. Oh, I'm missing. I'm missing like crazy. How are you still alive? What? There we go. Oh my goodness. Lived forever. Now, I'll be honest, when I say that this last guy was lost, not only was he just chilling in the lava, but he also was just running around looting. So I used my long-range shotgun to send him back to the lava, and I successfully had my first kills. I looted up and set off to move further into circle. I came across two teams fighting, and since I wasn't in the best position, I decided not to engage and go for the care package instead. This ended up being the best call I could have made, since it had the Kraber, the strongest gun in the game. And with only 3 teams remaining, this would provide me with the perfect advantage to win the game. Circle had pushed me to play precariously on a rock, and by now, I had gathered enough information to know that it was me, another solo player, and a full team of 3 left. I'd have to hope that the other solo player would be able to help me defeat the trio. This wouldn't be the case because I saw the number of squads fall from 3 to 2 and no shots had been fired. That means that the other solo had somehow managed to find a way to die to storm. I had other things to worry about though, since the trio was above and they were looking for me. As they dropped down to my level, I decided that I needed to take this fight. It was going to be all or nothing. With the clock ticking, I had to put that failure behind me and I needed to stay focused on my goal of winning. This would be harder than ever though, with the first hour coming to an end, and with it, my first penalty as well. From now on, I wouldn't get to pick what legend I used. And sure enough, this next game, I got Rampart. Well, this is going to be interesting. I ran around placing Rampart walls for 10 minutes, just to ultimately fall into lava. This random character penalty proved to make this challenge infinitely harder, although there were still some legends that it worked with. For example, I could utilize Horizon's Tactical and Ash's Ultimate to move around the map, and these proved to be effective methods. But the majority of games, I ended up getting characters that had no capability to move around the map, and I was stuck on top of buildings until Storm inevitably killed me. I failed for another 30 minutes before I got a chance to play Valkyrie again, and ultimately, it wouldn't matter, because I found myself stuck on top of a door with a full team of 3 running below me. This is an interesting situation. If even one person saw me, I'd be dead before I could do anything. But when I saw the Mirage by himself, I just couldn't help myself. Okay, now I need to get out of here. I Valk ulted away and thought I would be safe, but they weren't ready to forget what I had done and they chased me down. I tried my best to escape them by using the gravity cannons, but eventually I ran out of jetpack fuel and I ended up going into the lava. All of the running around burned a ton of time, and I somehow found myself at the end of my second hour. Somehow, I'd managed to not even come close to a win, and I now had to take on another penalty. This penalty was that I couldn't use my tactical abilities anymore. This means that I can no longer use characters like Horizon to move around the map, and with another severe penalty, I entered into my final hour. And with some luck, I managed to be able to play as Valkyrie again. I knew that this could possibly be my last game playing her, and that I needed to make the most of it. So after loading into the game, I set off to the edge of the map so I could get plenty of loot. I didn't want to risk taking engagements without being fully prepared. But after looting up substantially, I set off to move closer into circle. I wanted to get to the top of Stormcatcher, but it turns out another squad had the same idea. Oh, hello there. I guess I'm heading back. One thing I forgot about though, is that I didn't have any jetpack fuel, and I was heading straight for lava. Oh, I just lost. No way! Oh, that was so close. I had to rotate further into circle, and that's when I saw it. There was only 3 teams left, and I was one of them. And it was at this point I had a choice to make. I could either play it safe on top of the hill, or I could push down to the care package and get a weapon that might help me win the game. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a win by just playing it safe, so I went for the care package. As I got to the care package, I heard 2 sets of footsteps approaching, and I knew another team was on me. I knew that I had to get out of there fast, so I looted the gun and headed to the roof so I could make my escape. Alright, I have to get out of here. Please, 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 please. Thank you. I had just finished healing when I heard the final 2 teams fighting below. I knew that I had to push back down, and that this would be the final fight. I couldn't be too aggressive since I needed them to fight amongst themselves, so I took up a position on the rooftop and used my care package weapon to deal as much damage as I could from a distance. I had just managed to knock one of them when I got shot in the back. While I was distracted looking down on the fight, one of them had climbed up, and now I was almost dead. Oh goodness. If they even look at me, I'm dead right now. I had just finished healing when I heard the fighting stop. That means it was just me and one other squad left. It all came down to this. Yes! Oh, I did it.